Hi everyone. I'm a little earlier than I promised, but this is just, I wanted to test. Thank you so much for joining. I wanted to test and show you. I believe that everybody is going to recognize La Tour Eiffel. But look at this time glass. This is a reverse time glass, as in the time goes back, and I really wanted to start this with this the time hourglass, because it's exactly what I want to do here. Look how beautiful, and that all besides your beloved Eiffel Tower. So I want to help you reverse the time with everything that you've been doing and it didn't work for you with French and with whatever your lifestyle wants to be, and you didn't make it. So obviously this is about French and I want to help you, but look at that beauty, So it's literally turning back your time. And so you're getting younger and younger and more excited and less frustrated and blasé. So I started a little earlier. My time that I announced, it's 2:13 Eastern. So the time that I have announced was, just want you to enjoy this time for yourself. So the time I have announced was 2:15 Eastern, and I want to wait for another couple of minutes just to have everybody, thank you so much for the hearts, so that people who knew about this scope, that they can come. So my name is Llyane Stanfield, and with me you can learn Parisian French on Skype and travel the world. And what sets me apart is the fact that I'm helping you make French conversation no matter what level you're at. So rather than learning French continuously and endlessly, there we go, you're gonna speak right away, and you're gonna end up making friends and travel, and I don't know, finding a lover, because France and Paris is all about romance, and or bring your lover there and wow them. So it's about you knowing everything. Thank you for the hearts. It's about you knowing everything about French and French culture and how to be more French. So for those who came later, this hourglass is my symbol of, it's the symbol of what I am doing for you and with you. That is Eiffel Tower there. And the hourglass is the time that goes back, that's going backwards. And so you gain everything that you didn't end up gaining, I guess, end up making happening. So I'm very glad to have you here, and I know a lot of people are going to come. I think I'm going to start. Yes, I can start. Okay, so now I can change. There we go. Alright, so thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna come a little upwards like that. Thank you so much for coming. I really love seeing you here, and my goal today is to give you, it's the second episode, and I'm going to give you a little more a tip that you need in order to get the most out of your French, and what it is that you actually need to do in order to speak right away. And a lot of people are, so today is how to pick your essentials of French in a couple of hours, and this is what I want to talk about today. But I am going to take questions. You please ask me questions and I'm going to answer the questions. It's going to be very short. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a little bit of content right away. And you are going to ask me questions so that I know what you need from me. And I know that a lot of people are watching directly right now, and also a lot of people are watching the the replay, because it's noon, well, not noon, but it's in the middle of the day on the eastern coast, and morning on the west coast of North America. If you're not in North America, then of course you are able to watch it now, because it's a little better timing. But I know that a lot of people are going to watch in the afternoon. So this is for you as well as for everybody else who is watching the replay. So first of all, I just said my name is Llyane Stanfield, and actually I want to show you the website. Let me just give you the website so that you know exactly where to go to get. I have to do this. Okay, there you go. So this is my website, LyaneStanfield.com. So I'm going to keep it a little bit here, and then if you need to get it, LyaneStanfield.com, then you can go there and ask me questions, come talk to me, get whatever it is that you need. The free tools, I have a lot of free tools there, and it's really, really awesome. So please come and ask me questions so that I know how to help you. So, but now let me just talk to you about what I was about to tell you today really quickly. It's going to be very, very short. I don't want to make it long. I really, really don't. So in order to learn all the essentials of the French language in a couple of hours, everybody's like learning for years, and so I just want to show you how it is that you can do it in really quickly in a couple of hours. So first of all, you need a system and a way to categorize things. So the reason I'm saying this is that everybody who learns French, that speaks English, and that's pretty much who I'm talking to right now, people are learning a word at a time, a verb at a time, and that really doesn't work. And because that doesn't work too well, people get frustrated, and a lot of things are coming your way. Time's not, it's becoming a problem. You don't see progress, you don't see any results right away, and so you get frustrated and you go, stop learning. So you need to know first of all that you have a pronunciation. Pronunciation rules. You have a big, huge set of pronunciation rules that actually helps you learn the words without learning a word at a time. So think about it. A conversation is about 3,000 words, right? 2,000-3,000 words just to have a basic conversation. But if you know there's some 70 rules of pronunciation, then you'll know every single. Hi, welcome, thanks for joining. Every single word that is in the French language, you'll know how to pronounce them. So you'll have some exceptions, because we're French and we're fancy and we need to have some exceptions. But you will have most of the words you know how to pronounce them. For instance, you go to Paris, you go to a restaurant, or even in your town or in your city. If you go to a restaurant and you don't know how to pronounce that menu, it's really frustrating and maybe a little bit embarrassing. And so that's for pronunciation. Then verbs. Verbs are categorized. So you need a bécherel. Bécherel is what I recommend. And so if you have questions, hit me, because there are a lot of things that I can tell you and I can recommend to you. So bécherel is a place where you can go. Actually, they have the book. The website doesn't give you the categorization of the verbs, but the book does. And so the book categorizes the verbs in 96 types. That's it. So you don't have like 12,000 verbs, which they say that it's really needed in order to, have a decent conversation. That's a little much, right? Don't you think? So if you learn one at a time, it's going to be a little frustrating, a little like never-ending story. As much as I like that movie, I don't want you to get into that trouble. But anyway, bécherel gives you the categories of verbs, and so when you know a verb and which category it belongs, then you are set and you're good to go. You learn most of the verbs just by knowing 96. So notice I'm not saying that you need to learn 3,000, 4,000, whatever words. Notice that I'm not saying that you should learn 12,000 verbs. No, you should learn under 100, and that's huge relief. I know for a lot of people who are coming to me to learn French with me, and they're priding themselves, I'm learning 100 words a day, and I go, why? Because I would die or I'll kill myself, you know, if I do that, because it's really frustrating, boring, dry. You don't feel like from the very beginning that you have, you know, something to apply and to, you know, enjoy. And that's how a lot of people are just dropping it. All right. So I was talking about the pronunciation. I have a pronunciation master course that actually doesn't exist anywhere. So feel free to go out there and to look, search, and find any pronunciation rule that you can find. About.com has a pretty good categorization, I should say, like a collection of rules, and they are, yeah, they're not all of them there, but most of them are there. Problem with that is that you don't actually have, you know, a number of words to exemplify with. That's the problem, right? So you need to see how exactly that rule is actually showing. And so they have one or two examples. I can't even remember. I think they have like a couple of words here and there, and you can actually click and you'll hear the sound, but you need a lot of words to practice with, you know, to get that. So that's pronunciation course. I have that, and feel free to contact me. I'm going to show at the end again. If you have been here from the beginning, you saw my website LyaneStanfield.com, where you can actually contact me directly from there. And if you haven't been here from the beginning, just rewind and go from the beginning of this replay if you're watching the replay, and you are going to see my website, because Llyane is spelled L-L-Y-A-N-E. It's a little fancier. Okay. Use the Becherel, so I said that. And Becherel. Learn the prepositions. Okay. That's it. So I promised you it's going to be a very short and sweet episode. That's what I'm looking for, to make really short, sweet, and the content to be right at the beginning. So use the prepositions. There is a categorization, a classification of verbs that use certain prepositions. Well, if you don't know those prepositions, you're going to learn them by heart, as in like one at the time. And yeah, in fact, eventually you're going to memorize them like that. But once you have like, you know, you have like cheat sheets, and then you're starting to make sentences or phrases in your from your own life with this particular verbs, that then you're going to get used to them right away. Also, categorize your verbs that conjugate with être. Don't use them with Dr. Mrs. Van der Brandt. Use the opposites, which are, it's so much easier to memorize because it's logical, and you can create a cheat sheet. Don't try just memorizing, like dry memorization. Please, I beg of you. This is the most boring and the passion killer. Do create like cheat sheets, and then make stories. Make your own stories, your own life, and apply all those things in the stories that you have. And so this way you're going to find out what are the verbs, what are the words, what are the, you know, that you're using more often, because everybody has a speech pattern, and so you're going to know exactly what you're going to use most of, and so those are the ones that you should memorize first. But go by categorization. Don't learn a word at a time. So my advice at the very end of this scope is, please, I beg of you, don't memorize one word at a time. Categorize them and find the way to categorize them. And each of you is different, and each of you learn in a different way and have different experiences and have already different, you know, opinions about how to learn and learning techniques. And so these works differently for everybody. And so if you have any questions of any kind, or you want to talk to me and to address whatever it is that you want to address, and you have whatever it is that the problem it is, please go to LyaneStanfield.com, my website, and contact me there, and I'm gonna offer you a free assessment where you're gonna have fixed the most important problems that you have in your learning, and you're gonna know how you can work with me. So thank you so much again for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the hearts that came here, and I will see you next time. I'm hoping to come here tomorrow again. Watch the replay, and I'm gonna give you a little more of my time glass, hourglass, which is so fantastic because it shows you exactly what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna turn back time, as in what it is that the problems that you had and you dropped them and you never found a solution to, you're gonna find it with me. Thank you so much. My name is Llyane Stanfield, and you can find me at LyaneStanfield.com. Actually, I'm gonna show you right now the website. Show it to you. Oops, okay, let me just show you now the time. I don't have the website here right away. Okay, there it is. So here's the website. Where it is? Okay, there it is. This is the website, so please come here. You're gonna see my face there. Ask me anything. So you have a form that you can contact me through, and I will give you an assessment for free that will show you exactly how to fix the problems that you have been battling for a while now. So thank you again for coming. I'm going to give you again the Eiffel Tower with the inverted hourglass that shows you how happy you're going to be. Merci beaucoup.